Alright, so we're here at Theouls Sur Mer. We've just pulled into, like, there's a bit of a dock. It's really uncomfortable because it just faces the swell. So because you then tie that buoy both ends, the boat doesn't go and point towards the swell at all. So every time a bit of swell hits, the boat goes absolutely crazy. And because of that as well, like, the bilges like come up over the floor, and because I've got like some synthetic teak down, I think that's what it's called, Evo teak, whatever you call it, it's now all soaked in slightly fuely water, so that fuel leak must still not be solved. I'm just editing some videos while I've got everything plugged in. My tea's cooking while I can use the induction hob because I've run out of gas. And yeah, I've looked at the weather as well. It looks like probably anchor for the next week pretty much, which is good because I can't really afford to put the boat into a port. Well, I can't afford to put the boat into a port. And I've just had a text message actually about some more boat work, so fingers crossed I can do that. But yeah, this editing malarkey, it's like a full-time job. The other morning the propeller got the dinghy line wrapped around it, but I just recorded for like a solid 60 minutes of me messing around, so just trying to cut through the footage of that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Whether I leave tonight, I'm not sure. Like, if I can just deal with the bit of uncomfortableness from the occasional swell, I can have the heater on for a night, and I don't think they're going to come and say anything. So the pair of them seem quite friendly. The electric was off and they came and put it back on for me, so that's good. Yeah. So today we're cooking. We're tied up in the port while we charge like everything back up because the inverter stopped working, so I can use the induction hob today, which is better than the baguette I had for tea yesterday. Anyway, what we've got is this. It's tinned calamari. As it comes, it's really not very nice. However, it's really cheap and it's got quite a lot of protein in. So what we tried to do is to try make it not taste as disgusting. So the other day I made a curry out of it, and today I'm going to try make a Thai red curry out of it and see how that pans out. So first I'm going to cook it, and then I'm going to get rid of a lot of that tomato sauce because it's not nice. And when I made curry the other day, that was part of it. Today with the Thai red curry, that's not going to be part of it. So alright, so we spent 2 nights literally just out there. This is Theouls Sur Mer. It's really nice. Like, so I think I'm going to stay here for a little while because, you know, I'm in this rush to get towards Cannes, and I don't particularly really want to be in Cannes. And you know, if I do want to go over to like any of the other ports, I'm not that far away, and the wind until Sunday, so it's now Tuesday, the wind until Sunday should be fine to stay in here. The water's like really clear. It feels a lot like spring today. I really need a shower though, and obviously I don't have access to one. I think I might have seen one on the beach down there, so maybe I'll go try use that. Like, everyone will think I'm crazy, but what's new? I'm having an issue finding a tap to get some water from as well. I stayed here for 2 nights just to charge the batteries and everything back up, and I found out the reason the inverter's not working is because the battery gets too low. So I just need to try and make sure I'm managing it a bit better. But I mean, it's hard because you use stuff and you need to use stuff. But I need to go quite quickly because I weren't really meant to stay last night or the night before. They let me stay and charge the battery, so I better go before they start to think I'm taking the don't know how I can say that without swearing, but yeah, taking advantage basically. But yeah, like, I think I might go anchor over by the castle over there because it's probably quite nice, or I'll see how the engine actually gets on. but even if just here for a little bit, and then try find some water, and then I'm going to have a clean of the deck and stuff when I get to anchor, because like I say, I just need to leave. Right, let's get untied. Hopefully it's a bit easier to racket everywhere. Hopefully it's a bit easier to untie than it is to than it was to tie. To tie, I had to take the dinghy because the boat just started veering off. It's a bit of a disaster. But, yeah, so the plan is I'm going to untie that mooring buoy that's at the front, and then the back. I think the platform's quite high, so it's not going to be so easy, but I'm going to give it a go. Because the boat's not going fast enough, it's still going quick enough that it'll keep the low from sinking fully to the bottom. So what I'm going to try do is I'm going to just keep reeling it in, and maybe that'll catch a fish. Because although not that far from where I need to go, but yeah, I don't know. Could catch a fish for the barbecue today. That'd be good. Anyway. Course with the boat and not paying attention. I guess I'll have to move out of his way, as always. They're annoying, aren't they? Like, he has no intention of moving. Oh, now there's a massive boat coming from the other way. You know, all winter, it's that time, innit? All the boats are coming back out. Just trying to fish in peace. Can multitask and steer and play the guitar at the same time. What do we reckon? Doable? I'm gonna try. Oh baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh baby, baby, it's a wild world. Like a child girl. So I found a nice little spot to anchor. Probably shouldn't be so close to the entrance of the port. Might move in a little bit, but I'm just going to use that beach over there to sort the dinghy. I'm going to see if I can get it to stop leaking water in. I think it might just be the plug on the back, but I'm not too sure how I'm going to do it, like, but it's annoying. It's really annoying that it leaks water. It's just constantly wet and it needs pumping up, so I'll take some Sikaflex over with me and see if I can find some way to like seal it, because it's just always got water in it. That's the Sikaflex floating in the water because I tried to throw it in the dinghy and it didn't go to plan. Anyway, let's get in. Goodbye, boat. Wow. That's a lot of water. So this is the port of Theouls Sur Mer. It's a nice day today, like, that's me. I've just anchored over there. It's not a bad place to anchor, is it? It's quite nice. The wind's meant to be coming from there tonight, so all of them cliffs, big houses, etc. should give me a bit of protection. The water's like really clear at the minute, so I do need to go to the shop, but then my plan is I've anchored there because them rocks over there, I'm going to get the spear gun and go see if I can catch a fish. I'm not going to catch a fish, am I? But one day, surely, I'll catch one. The dinghy's just up on the shore, so I took that over there to get like the water out, and I just needed to re-pump it up, but it was quite hard to do whilst on the boat. So yeah, I'm going to go to the shop. Theouls Sur Mer port. It's actually quite cheap in here in the winter. It's €11 a night, which might not sound that cheap to some of you, but in the south of France, especially on this coastline, it's not bad. €11 a night, especially because it's a nice port as well. Like, you find some of the big ones, like the one I was in, Santa Lucia in Saint Raphael, that is more expensive than this and literally nowhere near as nice. Like, this isn't a bad little port. Like, they have spaces, the people who work here are really friendly. They did actually let me go to the dock over the other side, the one that I was at, and not paved, to like charge everything up on the boat, so that was nice. And they said if I need to come in here, yeah, it's €11 a night, so it's probably worth just hanging around knowing they're friendly, so that, you know, I can get up to Sunday, I think, quite easily without having to go into a port, because there's a bit of wind on one of the days, but the night times are pretty good. Like, you're talking no more than 5 knots on any given night, and look how like protected you are. Like, them cliffs are fairly high up, so from like, I don't know degrees how to explain it, but basically you're protected all that way around. So I can't remember what I actually recorded the first time, but definitely more than that. But anyway, that's that's as it is. So I'm gonna go to the shop. Need to start actually making sure I do film when I'm on the land. I never take the GoPro out. I'm trying to get better at making sure the batteries are charged. Obviously, if I'm doing this in the long run, I'm going to need to buy some more SD cards and some more batteries, because it's not so easy charging them all the time. And obviously at anchor, the priority has to be making sure the anchor lights are on. So that's that. Anyway, I'm off to the shop. So I've got like €30 and yeah, €30, so I need to do some sensible shopping. I'm hoping the boat's alright there and the dinghy, because I'm gonna have to go cycle to the shop, because if I go to the shop in the town, you're talking like twice the price for everything, so I need to go to the cheaper shop, which means leaving the boat there, but it looks alright. Again, the only boat at anchor. Makes me feel like a pirate sometimes. Right, so we've been to the shop, we got back on the boat now. Beach is just over there, port's just over there. Sea's just over there. Pigeon just over there. Don't know why I'm doing that. But we've run out of gas. Like, we used some little like camping gas for the cooker on the inside. I know that the gas bottle shouldn't be on the inside, but I am really reluctant to put the big gas bottle, which is there, inside the little gas bottle. The reason I justify it is the boat actually came with like a little hob with a gas bottle attached to the bottom, so for that reason them gas bottles must live inside boats. And there's like a little carbon monoxide alarm. However, I am reluctant, and I might just be being overly paranoid, to put the big gas bottle inside. I'm just thinking, this has like a plate that goes on the top and you can like fry on it. But I'm just thinking, if I was to like have like the little mount there, if I get this wrong, it's going in the sea. Surely I can still like just put a pan on there and boil water. Like, we're gonna give it a go and see. It's not at the best angle ever, but let's give it a try, because I ain't got any gas, and I bought some like Toulouse sausage. So my plan is to have like sausage, mash and gravy, which would be a good meal after the calamari that I'm now put off because I saw someone catch a squid the other day and it's put me off. But yeah, we're gonna see. Because surely like a pan can just sit on there still. Anyway, let's give it a go. I really need to get some water and I can't find a tap. There's a tap attached to that house there on the outside. I don't know whether to just like... I've got like a little bit of drinking water, I can use that to make the mash, but then I ain't got any water on the boat. I couldn't find a tap this morning, so we'll use the drinking water for now, and then afterwards I'll go try, because I don't really want to cook this on the night time when it's freezing cold outside and I can't see. So right, the pan is kind of sat on there. It's not ideal in any sort of way, and it's windy too, so I guess we see if it boils. It's fine with a hot plate on, because then that takes the wind, but the pan's not going to boil from the hot plate, so let's give it a... I'll put a lid on and see. It's definitely not going to be a long-term solution, but if I use the bigger pan, flames are kind of hitting the bottom. This is extreme measures. Oh! Like, it can sit like that alright, but then obviously you don't get a bit of flames to the bottom. I don't know if water will still boil. I don't know how else to do it. I can't get at any more of a straight angle. Right, so we've added this like little bungee that will just keep in the pan in the right place. Seems to be working. Potatoes are in, so hopefully they're boiling, and hopefully we're having a nice sausage and mash for tea. We hope. It's actually working quite well. We are boiling. Just gonna get a bit of salt in with the potatoes. Probably far too much salt that was. I actually didn't mean to put that much in, I lost concentration. I've just nearly fallen over. Sun's gone, it's a bit colder now, but it's still nice. Right, so the sausages are pretty cooked. There are these Toulouse sausages because they're so big, but hard to know when they're fully cooked. Chop one in half. Have a look inside. Oh, see, that's the thing, like, even still they're not quite there. And there we have it. first boat style sausage and mash when we thought we weren't going to be able to cook at all. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so in real time, having light working, I'm sat in a different place to usual. But yeah, sausage and mash on a boat, that's not bad, is it? And Theouls Sur Mer, a few of the next episodes are actually from there. In one of the upcoming episodes, we've had every other crisis, but this time we actually get the anchor fully stuck, like stuck. But that's coming up, so I won't ruin it too much. I've just before this started recording saying sausage and mash on a boat, and then I went on a 7-minute talk about how I think it'd be ideal if I could just nip into the UK to stock the boat with food, because I was thinking of all the options you could have. But I'm going to do that on a separate episode, food on a boat episode, so be warned. And then yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. I'm noticing at the minute on my YouTube screen that there is, around about maybe, I don't know, let's say about 100 people who are watching every time, and that it makes it feel like it's worth doing. I am a little bit behind with editing. I spent the last month of real time doing a boat project, which is not actually paying me for, and I'm having a big ordeal with that. Some people aren't honest, are they? But yeah, due to putting so much time into doing something else to try and make some extra money to get my boat ready, I ended up a little bit behind with editing. Luckily I did have enough that I'd done back in February, where every night I was editing. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, editing some videos. And yeah, I'll probably continue to maybe upload twice a week, just because I want to catch up to real time, because it's quite hard being a few months behind, and it's not really necessary to. I haven't crossed an ocean, so I don't really have an excuse to be that far behind. If I'm closer to real time as well, it just makes it a bit easier to talk about what I'm doing and stuff. So that's the plan. And I just want to say a massive thank you to Steve Sims, who supported the channel this week through the coffee page very generously, and my face does a really bad job sometimes of showing how happy I am that someone supports the channel, but really it does, it makes, honestly, the people who've done it so far, it's come up on a little email, and every time I'm like, whoa. And then I sometimes can't believe people even want to watch me ramble on, but the fact people are also supporting it, and it really, really, really is nice too to hear in some of the comments that people like how it's on it and honest. And yeah, so I'd rather be slowly building a channel that way than maybe dishonest and get loads of views really quickly. So thanks to everyone who's watched. If you can press like, it helps massively, or if you can share it, or if you didn't like it, press like anyway. Yeah, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.